Hello, Conquerors! I'm your host and humble guide maker, the Purple Bull Moose. Welcome back to the channel where we cover all things Old World. I'll be doing my best to give you all the tools necessary to take on the best 4X strategy game of the last decade at its highest difficulty. Please help us support the channel so we can spread the good word about this criminally underrated game. You have all boosted me over 1,000 subscribers, but we are not stopping here. If you can keep supporting the channel, I will do my best to recruit as many new players to the game to ensure Old World's continued success, so we can all selfishly pressure Mohawk and Hooded Horse to keep up their caretaking of the game and one day produce a sequel. But without further delay, let's get into it. Welcome back, everybody. I kind of figured moving forward it's probably best if we go ahead and skip over that intro screen and instead hop right back into the game. Go over our I apologize if the voice is coming in a little bit crummy. I'm feeling a little under the weather. But quite frankly, after last episode's route, I am very excited to get back into this game. So looking at our two major enemies, we are looking at both Persia and Egypt. Egypt, we were dragged into war by their choice, and because we're feeling a little psychotic, we declared war on Persia immediately. Now, fellow conquerors, this is definitely more of a do as I say, not as I do type situation. I'm looking for a challenge. I am looking to make sure this, frankly, probably hurts. We are taking on two levels of very similar units. They have already started their upgrades, so they have access to longbows, they have access to pikes. The pikes are really what are going to be our major issue here. Pikes are going to stop any routes that we're able to go through, but besides that, we were able to carve out one of their major pikemen. We only got 2 kills this turn, but that was on a tier combat 3 strike 1 pikeman, so that was a super risk to our major forces. But I think it's probably best that we just keep letting Egypt come on into us, sacrifice some conscripts as, tribute, and see if we can fend off Persia. It's going to take another turn to get these catapults set up, these onagers set up, and it's going to take another turn after that to actually start dishing out the damage. So we need to be able to hold this line the best that we can. But the question is, where are those units going to come from? Because we are going to start losing a lot of units on these next couple of turns. So we'll see if we can hold out. It's time that we start thinking about reinforcements. Our economy is kind of dragging out, and while I would love to continue saving up stone for Heliopolis, even if we start building it right now, it's going to take, 13 turns to get it out? We could be dead in 13 turns. So I think better than getting a wonder, it's probably a better idea for us to try to survive. As Trent was kind enough to point out in the comments, it would have been great if I thought about getting Heliopolis out a lot earlier. But, it is a little bit tough. Where do you thread the needle? What do we give up? What thing do we not build with stone? What part of our economy do we not boost? What orders do we not take? It's a hard line to find. But hopefully we threaded it easily enough as we take on this psychotic offering. So let's go ahead and hop on in. Adulis has the Equestrian Colt, so we're going to keep on pumping out cataphracts in here. We get 1 every turn. Every turn. So just really shows you what investing very heavily into training production can really produce in the end game. But that is very powerful. It's going to take thousands of gold for us to keep pumping out our Shotelai at the rate that we currently need them. So are there any other resources that we can take advantage of? In front lines, I'm going to grab an onager. I do think that's going to be overall very useful for us. Next turn, everything will be moved in. That'll come out. That'll add up to more and more onagers that we have available to us. Because I think with these clustered units, that's going to be the best to better facilitate cataphracts. And in Holy Horse, we need to at least one place to continue working on the production of Shotelai, because it's likely that those are going to be the units that we lose the most expressly. The only other kind of unit that we can afford right now is slingers and onagers, so I think back here it's probably best just to stick to council missions. They wouldn't be able to produce them fast enough anyways to really make it worth it. In North Fort, the same idea holds. I want to go ahead and continue on with councils for the foreseeable future, because while Greece has also declared war on us, we are just simply a lot less concerned about Greece than we are about the rest. Even if Greece comes over and takes North Fort, it's not a huge loss. It's a loss of a lot of iron, frankly, but we will make do. Let's see how let's see what carnage they have in store for us. Let's go. Good, they're taking the sacrifice. Wasting a lot of attacks with bowmen. Oh, and they're even attacking that soldier. That's fine. Okay, going for the elephant regardless. We might only get one sun off of them, but that actually works out fine for me. A lot of units coming out of Persia. Oh, and Greece has joined the fight. And they're not without a little bit of power, huh? Oh, boy. Well, this is what we wanted. Oligarch has died. Princess is up and... Okay. Priest has got additional courage. Patriarch feeling ill. All right, pleased to friendly. Good. We have both of our major military families up to friendly. That's going to be additional combat strength on their units. Translating together. The tolerance laws of Aksum have encouraged the various religions to work together, despite their theoretical differences, often resulting in unexpected consequences. In Holy Horse, the Cognomen of Judaism and the elects of Mani have been collaborating to translate ancient texts handed down by the devotees of their religions. The work could have been impossible, but without both working together, the copies of the newly understood Ge'ez texts are brought to court and offer an offering of thanks. Holy Horse has reached legendary, so we get a nice little bonus. I think we take civics, stay flexible. No, we got a solid backlog of civics. Definitely not something we need to worry about. The family is happy with us, but I think getting more additional happiness is going to be the best to be able to maintain this friendly status with them. So yes, we're going to take the happiness here. Iron sharpens iron. Love to hear it. Gives us both a little bit of courage. Sounds great. Yes, we will definitely take the boost to courage. Choose a new general. Okay. Choose a new governor. Okay. Well, we do have the warlike duchess. She is, I believe, nope, not one of our... Yeah, so she is the leader of Judaism. And we don't care about science, really, at this point. So we can lose 6 easily to pick up 16 training being pumped out of here? Hell yeah. Just because we were at war doesn't mean we should forget about the children. That's a commerce student. Let's focus on the Duke. The Duke, at least, is a tactics student. And I honestly want to use this courtier back on a unit. Yeah, 35 years old, the Zealot and Horsebane. She will definitely be useful in the fight down here against Persia. The first thing we want to do is we want to not neglect our potential advantage. So we need to bring our onagers to bear. I think here is a good spot to set up on limber. Good range overall. Good coverage. And I will actually force march you to get a little bit closer. And unlimber there. Move this one back against this mountain rage and unlimber. Now we have our back line all set up. Well, Persia has been so sweet to us to provide so many units all close together. I think it's it seems like a wonderful little invitation for our queen. Let's go ahead and boost our queen up to combat 3 and see how much more of a route we can get off here. That looks like an easy pickup. 2, 3, avoid the spear. 4. Now, we could go this way and get these 2 units for sure, or we can keep going this way. We do still have access to launch offensive, so that is something to take into consideration. I'd rather focus on killing some of these units. They are higher level. The Invincible indeed. Well, that's a 6-unit pickup. Not bad, not bad. Oh, God. We will come here, get a quick little pop shot. Finish the kill here. So you can see after each and every single one of the routes, our Cataphract gets more and more damage. And considering the strength of this unit already being combat 3 and attached onto our queen, more importantly, we don't want to be losing this unit. So we will be using Launch Offensive at the end of this raid to instead launch a retreat. Launch Offensive doesn't have to be only offensive, guys. Always remember that. Keep poking here. Oh, sweet. We can finish. Looks good. Running lower and lower in orders. Need to make sure that we're keeping up with the damage race here. Move this conscript out. They will take 8 damage from this unit, but that's okay. We can at least return some fire. Make sure that we're able to take that unit down in a reasonable amount of turns. And make sure that we're spamming out repair projects here to keep up with the damage. Don't love this spear just randomly poking my guys, so we are going to take a pop shot. And then an upgrade. And finish and get a little extra training with these two cataphracts. We lost 5 units. 2 conscripts. That was a worthy sacrifice. A worker, who cares? The war elephant will be sorely missed. And yet another conscript. That's all they were able to bring on. In return, they lost 9 units. Wow. Yeah, sometimes letting the enemy come to you and bunch up in what they think is going to be a powerful offensive is the right strategy. Let's go ahead and disarm this. Make sure we are taking out the biggest threat to our forces. We want no pikemen left alive. Alright, I'm going to come here with this cataphract. Enable the damage here. I have no more ranged units to be able to damage this camel archer safely. So I am going to do this final route. Can't quite get them. Actually, we can bring this other cataphract here to damage. And then because there's no other units to go out to, my leader will stay in this spot, which is important. Because we don't want to move. Because if we move, then we won't be adjacent to both of these additional cataphracts. So when we launch offensive, they are now able to move back and retreat. And grab a heal. Very good. Alright, very solid use of our orders. I am a little bit worried about this one cataphract here. I don't love that they're kind of just hanging out all by themselves. We will probably lose this one, but that's a worthy enough sacrifice. We have 2 more up in the wings. But now Holy Horse is a little bit undermanned, so that is also a worry. And Greece apparently has also 8 strength units, so I don't imagine this is going to be the last one that we see. We do have this excellent general who is not being utilized. So what is the best horse to drop them on? Bloodthirsty, Amphibious, and Strike. Yeah, that's decent. Tough and Strike and Focus. Also just decent. Combat 1. Defense and... that's actually an interesting unit to put a Zealot on. So unfortunately, these 2 squares, based on where we've placed our front line, will not be under Onager cover. But anywhere here will be, including anything coming through this chokehold. So if they do want to attack, they can only attack really in this one small area. So again, the cataphract is deeply in danger. It's not worth spending any more civics or training to get them out of harm's way, or to throw anything else in as cannon fodder. We will simply have to accept that this excellent cataphract is going to be the sacrifice for the 9 units. No, my mistake. 12 Persian units that we killed that turn. After assessing our options, I do like this one. I'm going to grab 1 additional order to assign a general here. It's just a particularly strong unit, and now it has 15 total attack strength, so we will certainly be utilizing that to its fullest extent. Cataphracts seem to be working out well for us so far, and we're about to lose another one, so let's grab one more in one turn. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I love it. And I'm going to sell off the rest of my stone to keep the Shotelai coming out of the front lines. We want to make sure that our front lines stay secure. I'm okay with Cyramp being under a little bit of pressure. Again, we have this amazing unit right here with the Prince attached. The Duke attached, my mistake, who can easily clean up these units. But nothing that they're bringing to bear on Cyramp has really any concern. So, yes. How's Persia looking now? Still similar? Okay. Still similar here, too. All right, still similar across the board, and it's very unlikely that the AI is able to keep up with this level of production. You know what? Just to make sure that we are able to keep up with the damage up here, because we have so many extra civics, I am actually going to rush out one onager here. The city's damaged. Well, if the city's ever not damaged, then we will come back and we'll do that plan. And you're there. All right, they're doing some damage, but it's kind of dispersed. Big, strong unit here. Combat 2 with Marksman. I like that. Oh, yep. The Swordsmen are going to be a hard beat. Ow. Yeah. Shotelai do not do good against the Swordsmen. Shooting directly at the city. That's unwise. Alright, looks like they've turned their sights back onto Cyramp. But it looks like we took out the majority of their main force. So they only have the dregs of their military now for us to contend with. Ooh, that fort is not holding up nicely. Yep, they're going to break that with cataphracts of their own. Oh, no. I'm in danger. All right. Earthquake near Holy Horse. Patriarch has died. For an agent, Holy Horse has increased the discontent. That's fine. That's why we picked up the extra happiness to begin with. Matriarch is from pleased to cautious. That's not good. Always being a bit sickly. Chancellor Masoba has become severely ill. Too bad. Queen Sofa, the general of the cataphract, has begun to decline. No! Oh no, she's only 46 and she's ill? Gross. Azaba, the insane. Azaba's return from the academy fills streets with the duelists with revels. However, the wine loosens his tongue. He publicly chastises you for your tyrannical ways. Lovely. He offers a rebuke to your political system, claiming no one living under it can experience free thought. Crowds fall silent, waiting. I do not want to make the insane man bold. He becomes slighted. I don't want to slight the insane man. I don't want to lose defense. Alright, we'll lose a little bit of stats. That's fine. Better than having this guy try to kill me in my sleep. I mean, his stats are overall terrible. He's what, a -1? Oh, God. We gotta throw him in jail as soon as possible. Oh, and we lost a tutor? No. Oh, so much for the next generation. And I'm ill? Yikes. Trouble on the horizon. Alright, gain a conscript and Holy Horse. Sure, not bad. We can always spare the training. We can definitely spare the civics. Or we get extra XP. Let's just take the XP. Tiny hands. Well, as a tyrant, I sure do love me some slave labor. Let's put the children to work. Oh my god. Matriarch of Lab of Delverhaven has grown ponderous in the last few weeks. Surly and quick-tempered, finally she comes to you with her troubles. It seems the local prisons have become inundated with children, beggars, pickpockets, and thieves. Perhaps there is something to be done with all these tiny hands. Lab proposes labor forces and child workers to aid the tasks too precise for larger men and women. It is far more merciful than letting these urchins perish in the dungeons, she exclaims. Brilliant. Put them to work at once. Well, we are a tyrant. It only seems good to lean into that, and it makes the matriarch endeared to me. That would solve our issues with paganism. Becomes estranged, and I get my charisma back. Or we spend cash. No, thank you. Yep. In the capital, more training. Don't mind if I do. Trusted. Your time on the frontier has earned you the reputation as a general of skill and a defender of the people. Everywhere you pass, young people are eager to sign to your banner, determined to be part of something magnificent. What is to be done with all these eager new recruits? We gain a conscript, and I get even more training, like that. I'll take more combat damage. That sounds good. Oh, wow. Earthquake. Did I not even get a notification for that? That's wild. That broke a lot. Alright, well, North Fort is definitely in trouble. This band of Greeks is certainly going to be a problem. We can go ahead and slap a new ambassador in here. Doesn't hurt. Even gets the patrons over to friendly with us. Just over to friendly with us, because it is one person of their family on the council. Can't make a truce with anybody meaningful. I want to continue to invade Egypt. I would love to get a truce with Greece, but it's 8 years from now. You'd use your extra civics to pop out an onager. That'll be next turn. We have some cataphracts up here ourselves. We'll let them come in, damage themselves on the city. We'll do some damage, and then we will bring our own cavalry up to bear on top of them. Egypt came in and tried to make a mess. We only lost one spearman. That was over in our fort up in the north against the Greeks. We took a serious bruising. Wow. And this mangonel has got some range to it. Hitting threes from the back line. My lord. Only one good opportunity for a rout right here in the woods. Our queen is a little bit hurt. She kind of needs to take at least one more turn to heal before we can have another massive rout. Swordsmen and pikemen seem to be the biggest threats that we're facing. They're the best counters to the military forces that we have. So getting additional 10% combat strength against infantry units on this cataphract sounds good. I have enough courage to be able to come back, but I don't know if I want to use a massive rout chain into a launch offensive just to pick up 3 longbowmen. The mangonel can only hit this one unit here. So let's try to be as efficient as possible. If I stand on this square, I can do enough damage to get the zealot down to 1 health and then finish with the arrow. Bring our fresh force to the front. Reduce the attack damage of the swordsman, which is the greatest threat. Retreat this Shotelai. So I don't care much for this cataphract. It doesn't have particularly good promotions. And we can get a nice little rout off on these 2 units. Not to mention we don't have to worry about healing it then, because that'll just become the target. So if we can just bring this bow into a decent enough spot to do the 1 additional damage necessary to enable the rout. That looks good. Bring the Shotelai a little bit to the front. Do some damage, finish the rout. This cataphract will simply be the sacrifice. And because we are out of range of this mangonel and not enough forces to move in on that, I think we hold off for now. I think we grab heals on the weakened units that we have. And prepare a push for perhaps next turn. By comparison, the Persian offensive seems a lot less worrisome now. I think we can push forward a little bit. Let's get these militia in the mix. Put them on defensible, in danger tiles. Heal them up so they can choke on them. Use our commander to kill that unit. And maintain the front line here by disarming this archer a little bit more. Expect to lose a couple of conscripts here, but that's a worthy sacrifice. Too expensive for me to be able to afford this. All right, I think we can move our back line forward a little bit. Increase the strike distance of our onagers. Unlimber. Unlimber. And because these three actually have targets that they can hit, let's say we bombard this back line over here. Is that enough for a quick little route? It is. 1, 2. Grab a pop shot here. Actually, bring this archer back a little even further to heal. Heal all our archers that are damaged to get them into full health so we can upgrade them into Bodekin arrows when available. We didn't lose this cataphract, so let's go ahead and not lose it. We do have several cataphracts that could come in here and do some damage, but I think I would rather wait for next turn to do that. Bring the queen herself. Hopefully more Egyptian troops come into the mix. Yeah, that seems like the best. Move this Shoteli forward. Heal. And let's bring this militia into this woods as a target. Try to attract more people this way or more shots this way. Still have a free pop shot here. Grab a heal on this Shoteli. Looking good. 8 orders left. I'm happy with this offensive. I'm happy with this battle line. I'm happy with our plan here. This is the only theater of war I'm worried about. When they come in and attack the city, our cataphracts are already in range to reach them. Let's make sure they're nice and healed up. They'll already be damaged, so I'm going to grab Bloodthirsty on this cataphract. The archer will not be able to reach, so we will get them into a closer area. This seems good enough. And let's just go ahead and take care of the prince here. He is insane. I don't want to have to deal with him later. Let's go ahead and see if we can throw him into jail. And just in case I die, I want my brother to take the throne. The tactics student hopefully will be good, but we know for certain that the Duke will be able to at least get us out of this war if I perish. But before we go ahead and put him in as the heir and have the heir kill him next year, let's get the heir in prison first. 2 free orders left. Let's go ahead and grab a quick heal on the Shoteli and grab the promotion here. Focus 2. Sounds just okay. I'll grab Bloodthirsty on this unit. Production-wise, we're simply going to have to do with the units that we already have. Grab a council mission here. I think we can actually afford another cataphract. So because we have so many, we can be a lot more careless with them now. And a council mission over in Cyramp as well. Actually, should Cyramp be working on anything additional? We don't really need any more science or more civics. We're all on war now. The patrons, I guess, want gems, so it wouldn't hurt to get this extra luxury. That's extra gold, too. Treasury 4 would be even more gold, so I think I'll focus on that. Get that out in 2 turns. Help out with the economy where we can. End the year there. Sacrifice is worth it. Ow. Gonna lose that Shoteli too to Swordsman. Sounds about right. Looks like we're not gonna get any other major routes, although they presented one here that looks pretty good. Alright, they're retreating from Cyramp. Good. They don't have enough units to take that anyways. Okay. Nice potential route here in front lines, like that. It's getting better and better. Oh god, Greece, come on. Leave Brittany alone. Okay. Only lost the conscript. That's fine. We got Bodekin arrow. Our cousin has died. Severely ill. No. All right. Oh, my chancellor has died. Oh, were they killed by the insane guy? Okay. Quick caravan. Well, everyone's at war with me. Is there anybody who's not at war with me? Haiti. But they would have to go through Assyria to get there, so that caravan has nowhere to go. So that's a pass. I'll take a market, I guess, in Delver Haven. Not that it'll help much. And I'm not any of these stats, so yep. Okay. The Mystic. One morning, a strange mystic appears on the steps of the court. He meditates with the rising sun and again with the darkening dusk. Later, when you begin coughing blood, the man appears beside you. This is why I have been summoned, he exclaims. I am here to ease your pain. I can heal you, but you must allow me to sit by your throne and advise you. I have been sent for this purpose. No longer severely ill? That sounds worth it. Who is this courtier? We don't know. He's just a mystic. Interesting. Seems dubious, but not as dubious as dying and leaving the crown to the insane prince. So, yeah, heal me. All right. Zoskiles. All right, welcome to the court. Choose a new chancellor. Yes, we need somebody to arrest the child. Please. Ah, my aunt. Yes. 27 training per turn. That sounds great. Go ahead and grab you. Throw you in. And you. Can you please throw this dude in jail? The prince has got to go. Finally, we have another tutor. Tutor the tactics student. Looks like we might be able to get at least 2 training missions off on you. Not a lot, but maybe you'll come out at least a 6 out of 10. All right, because of this mangonel, our back line has become the front line. Yikes. We could plow through here with a really hardcore offensive, but that's going to leave us pretty exposed. Some strong-looking swordsmen you got there, Egypt. Focusing on tech, the only 2 things that are really worth it for me are available cards, like free crossbow. Getting 2 free crossbows would be great against the swordsmen that we're going up against. And elites would be really good for getting 6 extra orders from our 3 legendary cities. I think in this circumstance, I'd rather go for hydraulics and get the actual military than... because we seem to be doing okay on orders for at least the time being. So the Egyptian forces bringing out a whole bunch of swordsmen is clearly a much stronger counter to our Shotelai than pikemen have become to our cataphracts. We've been able to handle the pikemen fairly easily, but these swordsmen, yikes. Now the route down here in the south, in front lines, is going to be certainly a lot more powerful. We're just able to do a lot more damage here. Our onagers can reach a little bit into here, so we're going to might as well pepper them up where we can. Get a kill there. Lost 2 more conscripts, but frankly we're running out of conscripts. So the rest of the units that we stand to lose are the ones that we've actually invested quite a bit of resources into. A little nervous making. So let's analyze the situation up in north for it a little bit more tightly. What do we stand to lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mines. Averaging out to be about 10 each, so almost half of our overall current income for iron, which would be a huge blow to our economy. I really don't want to spend a lot of orders up here. But if it comes down to cataphract battle, I'm okay with those odds. It's the spears that make me a little bit nervous, because even though they're low power, they're easily replaceable, and they can do, you know, still stand up to being able to do 7 damage between 2 of them, so you can get swarmed by them fairly quickly. Let's deal with them with the macemen. 10 damage here. A peppering there. Rotate the onager back and unlimber. And bring the extra arrow in to handle whatever extra damage we need. We need to do a little bit more. So the arrow can come in, do that little bit more, so that it enables the cataphract to begin the route. We can't route through the spearmen, so the route ends here. But at least that balances the playing field a little bit. Can we kill this? No, we can't. We won't be able to kill this hoplite. Unless I bring yet another cataphract up here. So that's a lot of orders we've committed to this place that I don't think we need to. So let's bring that cataphract back. Yeah. Let's go ahead and damage this cataphract here. So again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to entice Greece to retreat. We want to show enough force, enough damage, enough power that they give up on this pursuit and go back over the lake. I don't want to commit any more resources to this because even though this is a huge thing for us to lose, losing one of our major military producers would be even worse. There's a very powerful route that our leader can generate here. I'm just not sure if it's worth it. I think we might be better off trying to rid ourselves of additional swordsmen where we can. So I think if I come here, attack this unit, so that way the circle damage will also hit this unit. That'll enable the route to be able to come through and kill both of these swordsmen. Now I could launch an offensive and also come here and drive my way down here and then back through. But I won't be able to launch an offensive to get out. And as it currently stands, being this damaged here on the front lines makes me very, very nervous. So let's take that back, actually. I don't think that's worth it. What is the best way to take these guys on? We have additional horses, but without our leader strapped to them, they're not going to be able to completely finish off the route. Let's go ahead and grab Bloodthirsty here. Let's move in the Shotelai, disarm them. That should enable the route. Nice. That's one. Not quite enough to get two. Can we do 4 damage somehow? Not easily. We would need 2 bows. 3 damage. You can stay in spot. Finish the route. Alright, and we still have access to our queen. I really want to take out this Mangonel back here. So we can actually get a nice little route here. The circle damage will do the last little remains that we need to finish off this long bowman. And if we can just get a little bit more range damage off on here, can one arrow do 2 damage? No. So whoever we bring in to damage this unit is going to be sacrificed. So this really weak Shotelai will simply be the sacrifice. Alright. We've already committed our queen and our routes elsewhere, so let's go ahead and pepper these guys where we can. Grab some cheap and easy damage. Move this onager forward. Unlimber. Some fairly powerful bows here. We can upgrade at least one of them. The rest is going to be too expensive, but luckily we at least have some wood production remaining. Grab heals on our front line where we can. Down to fighting bows and horsemen here in the field, so let's go ahead and kill at least one more horseman. Disarm, finish the kill. I think I have to launch the offensive here just to retreat. Force March 2. Can't stand to lose our greatest unit. Fall back here and heal. Grab a heal on these back units back here. Gonna switch over to Shotelai production. Actually, is that wise? The cataphracts are doing an amazing job all on their own. And against more swordsmen, the cataphracts are simply going to be better here. But against spearmen, the Shotelai will be better here. We have plenty of food, not as much iron. So, frankly, the cataphracts are actually cheaper for the production that we're looking to put out. We'll go ahead and keep doing council missions where we have to, just to make sure that we're maintaining our economy, repair the damage in front lines, and up here in North Fort, might as well just grab our time on walls. Actually, we can rush walls out, so let's do that. Great. Really protect our economy up here. Oh, and with our last order left, I didn't realize that we didn't even attack with this cataphract, so there we go. All right, good. Wouldn't be a bad idea for us to take some time to repair our library and our academy and our war shrine. Our food economy is doing fine. We can go ahead and let these farms go to the wayside. Is there anything else that's damaged? Just one other lumber mill out here. That's okay. Not going to risk a worker going out that way to repair it. But certainly getting our science up in these two buildings would be advantageous. And you're there. Please, please, send him to jail. Please send him to jail. He's making me so nervous. He's coming of age next year. All right, focusing on the bows. That's fine. And retreating with their bows. Or maybe not. Okay, looks like we fended off Egypt for the time being. But certainly not Persia. They were emboldened by our lack of attack last turn. At least they were focusing on the right Shoteli. And he is eating a lot of shots. Okay, good. Looks like they just lined themselves up for another devastating rout. So the line is still holding. Okay. Yes, yes, good. Retreat. Or not. Or... Oh. Alright. Didn't quite get our wish. And they're bringing even more cataphracts. Damn, they really want this city. Alright. The imprisoned mission led to an event. Yikes. Scary. Our daughter's converted. The king. Oh no, my beautiful king. Governor of Frontlines, the vigilant hero with extra 50% city defense. Oh, buddy. Ill. Stay alive, my husband. A viper in the nest. Someone in your court must be working closely with Princess Zaba as he learned of his jail sentence ahead of time and fled. We must muster a search party at once, but we can make no assurances of his speedy apprehension. Yikes. An insane man on the run. Oh boy. I'm in danger. Alright, lost 4 more units that turn. I mean, we're killing a hell of a lot more than we're losing, but we are losing a lot. And that is going to start becoming a problem. If we brought up the queen here, she would be more than enough to destroy all these forces. Alternatively, we could use her to destroy these forces here. But we have the onagers all set up, and all these guys are really nicely in a row. So I don't think that's necessary. Not to mention we have some cataphracts still available down here, so... Alright. Ruled that out. So yes, to protect the economy and the long-lasting war effort, I think it's best that we go ahead and force march our queen up here. We're going to hop right in the middle of everything. And start on this unit. 3 damage. How much more do we need? We need 4. Hitting here would do some damage. That would be 2 damage. We need 4 damage. So we need to hit him directly, which is too bad. Could also use this horse, but I'd rather use him later. So yeah, let's use our range sparingly right now. To start the route. We need only 1 damage left on that troop, so we can swing here in the middle as well. Do damage to this spear. And then plow through this cataphract. We can't route through this hoplite, so we're not going to waste our orders on it. And route here. Good. Alright. Now we can launch an offensive. Force march you back here. You still can't finish the spear. You can if we could bring you here. So let's finish that spear. And then drop back to this tile and heal. That's 5 kills on the Greeks. Hopefully that's enough to scare them back over the fence. I'm even going to move this unit up here to upgrade them into a conscript to hopefully take on some additional damage. Next field of war, let's go ahead and rely on our massive onager line. When you're attacking with onagers, you want to attack into the center of their forces because the splash damage is going to hit everybody around. So we can focus down this guy. We can do a lot of damage. Now, he can only take 3 more damage after this. So if we focus on this longbow, that'll do enough damage to be able to kill him directly. And then we can shoot further into the back line. Take a moment to upgrade another longbow. Move the veteran longbow up front. Clinch a kill here. Clinch a kill here. Can we afford another upgrade? No, it's going to cost 2k. We're going to have to wait. Heal with our front line. Retreat with this good cataphract so we don't lose it here in the mountain pass. And I think that's going to have to be enough. Let's go ahead and retreat back with this conscript. No reason to lose it outright. Heal this conscript. Let these guys move in. We want them in urban territory. So our Duke Azaba, with his unit that has both Besieger and Warden, can get extra damage on them if they come in a little bit closer. Actually, he can just kill them. We don't have to be scared about these guys. So let's grab a kill on their strongest unit. Seems like they're producing a lot of horses. So let's grab Horsebane on him. Not that I see any horses left, actually. So let's take that back. Instead, grab Swift. Nice for him to be fast. So 2 successful fields of war, 3 successful fields of war. This one's a little bit slower going. I like to defend him a little bit more. Bring out this Shotelai here, upgrade them, or bring out this Dimta Warrior here, upgrade them into a Shotelai. Defend him a little bit better. Use our horses against our nemesis here. 1 damage, 2 damage, and finish off with the cataphracts on the swordsman here in the woods. Heal. Fall back and heal. Make sure we're hugging all urban and wooded areas because the majority of their forces seem to be ranged now. No reason to lose troops or we don't have to. 1 final swordsman out here. Do we have enough to kill it? Close. If we bring an arrow, we should be able to. So 1 hit. Bring another cataphract out. Another hit. We need to do 3 damage, it says. Perfect. I can do 3 damage if I shoot across this river. And finish. Okay, what a turn. Good clusters of units. Really using our units wisely. Good economy. We're still losing a lot of units a turn. A Shotelai, a Archer, a Cataphract, and a Maceman all lost last turn. But in reply, we killed 3 times as many units. We're certainly killing more than we're losing. But we are at a stalemate as far as territory gained is concerned. It looks like Egypt might be running a little bit out of juice, but they're still considered similar. So is Egypt, so is Greece. If we were to take the forces that we've taken out from any one nation at a time, it'd be a different story. But right now, we're just doing our best to hold on. Run the economy dry. I think Frontline should just focus on being a frontline city and just grab a moat. I don't think we're going to be able to make much ground against Persia for a while. In Cyramp, I'm going to go ahead and grab additional science. Focus on Cyramp just being Cyramp, like that. The food economy is ripping, so if we sell some, we can keep the cataphract rush coming out of a duelist. Still getting 1 out every single turn. It's not making up for our losses, but we're certainly making do. And in Holy Horse, let's go ahead and take a break from the military production. Rely on a duelist, rely on our dug-in position, and keep eliminating as many units as we can. If our economy is running dry, so are theirs. if we keep taking out more units than we are losing, we are going to run them dry just as easily. But hopefully this is enough of a challenge for you guys. I feel like I've been steamrolling every other game, so I hope it's nice to see what it's like playing, full on horde mode, wave after wave. But we're gonna go ahead and leave it there. I hope this was a nice little showing of how that goes. But we've certainly turned the tides. We've eliminated everything that's come up against us, so everything from here, I think, is just gravy. Our units are getting veterancy where they can. We have a lot of really good units. Our units are getting even better. We're working on a hydraulics. Hydraulics is on the way to mangonels. So, yeah. I think once we upgrade these 5 onagers to mangonels, I really think we could start pushing out. I mean, the cataphract printer is certainly potent. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. See you guys in the next one. In the meantime, happy conquering.